Dear Stay Star viewers, welcome. In this class, we are going to discuss about the impact of inflation on the economy. Now, we already know the part what is inflation and how it is caused. Now, we are seeing how it is showing its impact on economy. Okay, we already know the definition. We'll repeat it once again. What is that? A sudden increase in a general price level which is persistent up to a long period of time is called inflation. So, the first part where it is showing its impact is uncertainty. Uncertainty means which is not very certain, which is not very good. So, then it shows an impact in the positive levels. Negatives are much more effective, like it's showing much effects negative side than positive side. What are those negative effects? Like increased cost of production, and laborers also fight for wages, and there will be some strikes, some challenges, some fights among the workers, etc. And prices also go rise, etc. These are many problems which are faced because of this uncertainty of inflation. It shows much worst effect on economy, that is uncertainty. In this way, it is like it is showing its power. And what is the next way is like adverse effect on savings. Now, a sudden rise in the general price means wherever you used to pay a 10 rupees for a product, you are paying 20 rupees. So, where is the savings? Where do you save? You don't have much things, right? So, it is showing much effect on your savings. So, that will decrease the purchasing power of money also. Whatever you spend it on the commodities itself, and what you're spending, what are you saving? Nothing. So that is showing even effect on savings. So if your salary is some 20,000, then you're spending your goods, your expenses up to 10,000, either still 10,000 is there with you. Now if there is an increase in price in inflation, then you're spending 10,000, you're spending more 15,000, then what is left with you? Nothing, right? So it is even showing the effect on your savings. And then unjust. Now here we are talking about a social welfare. Now anyways, there in a society we have rich people and poor people. Rich people are those who have money and they keep investing, they can get back. Now whoever are doing these businesses will be profitized because they are getting income. Anyhow you will pay and you will be getting some other income, right? So much more than employees. So rich will become more rich and poor will become more poor by spending all their commodities on this. Okay, there are many such products without which we cannot live. If we are paying, our salary is very less and we are spending the total salary upon that, then what will be left in our hands? By spending on them, we will be being much more poor and they will be much more rich. So like that it is affecting the society and social welfare. So maybe it promotes the economic development of the country because it contributes to the national income by increasing these prices and all. But what social welfare, in the level it is doing that national income, it is contributing to that national income, at least a half of part it is not contributing to its social welfare. That is again another point that is called unjust, that is social unjust also we can call it as. And then increase in consumption levels. As we told you, in a society there are rich and they are poor. Rich are being more richer and poor getting still poor. And the richer who have the amount, they can use it fruitfully. They can save it, they can use it in some welfare activities, or they can at least use it for themselves. But no, they always indulge in risky activities or some hoardings or some unnecessary things, and they waste it. They consume a lot when they have. And at the end of the day, when they don't have, who is going to get lost? So that is the point which they have to think, and because it is not like that, so it is increasing the consumption levels where they are getting much rich and they are using it on the risky items, which is again affecting our economy. Yes, okay, then the last point is debtors and creditors. Here the main thing are like what we say, the main advantage is only for the borrowers than the lenders, because borrowers take the amount, they use it for themselves, and they say they pay it on the last date or some other date. If they are not able to pay, what are you going to do? If they left with 1 rupee or 0 rupees, if even you file a case on them, if they can't pay anything, what are you going to do? Nothing, right? So here the amount which you have, you're believing someone and you're giving them. So lenders are going to lose and they are going to into loss, and the borrowers are the kings here, because they get amount from them and they can spend it lavishly, and then again on the other day they can again go and borrow on some others. So like that it is causing the impact on economy. Firstly, uncertainty, like raising cost of productions, increased labor work, wages we have to increase, they make strikes and all, there will be fights, there will be strikes and all, something problems are raised in them, we have to settle also. And again adverse effect on savings. Whenever you are spending all your amount on some goods and services which are very essential for you, like rice, wheat, vegetables, etc., on that only price rises, right? General commodities. So what are you going to do? What is left with you to save? So again it is going to show adverse effect on savings. And then unjust, as I told you, because poor, whoever it is, they have usually a very less amount and they have to spend it on whatever they want in a daily needs. So again they will be getting poor, and rich will be again richer by investing and getting their businesses done. They will get much more amount, rich is being rich and poor is being poor. So maybe it is contributing to the national income, it is going economy, but in that level it is not promoting the social welfare. And then the fourth point is increasing in the consumption levels. So the one who don't have will not have anything, but the one who have can use it properly, but it is not happening. They are using in that way, like we have much more amount to use and we can spend on it, so let's make a utilization of it in some risky activities, etc. So that is not that beneficiary, and it is again affecting the economy. And then debtors and creditors, as I told you, the lenders will be the losers and borrowers will be the gainers. So these are the 5 impact of the inflation that is causing the effect on economy. So I hope I made relevant to this topic. And even if you have any doubts regarding to this inflation causes and its impact on economy, then comment and let me know. That comes to the end of the session. Kindly like, share and comment and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned to Shrestha. Thank you.